I'm Justin Davis, and this is Joe Camp's RC. Check out my awesome farmer tan. In just 2 days now, we're gonna give away this futon too. You got 2 days left to get in on this drawing if you click the link below. And the August giveaway for Patreon supporters is gonna be even better. We're gonna double down. We might give away a quad and something else. We're gonna double down and make it even twice as good as July, so stick around for August. But today we're gonna go to the field. We're gonna fly the M600. It does a vertical takeoff, and it also has 3 flight modes on there. So it has a built-in flight controller stabilizer, and you can fly in an acro, so super cool. Let's go out to the field and do a little fixed wing flying. All right, let's fly this guy. On the right-hand side, you have 3 positions right there. You have the multirotor, stability, and acro mode. The left-hand side is going to be your arm switch. Now, I'm in multirotor mode right now. I'm just going to go ahead and take off into a hover. There's a little bit of wind, so it is kind of pushing it away from me today. And I'm going to give you guys some tips about flying this for the first time. If you're watching this review and thinking about buying one of these, I think right now they're on the GearBest site around $115, $116. Just gonna go up a little bit here, and I'm gonna switch into stability mode. I do have my throttle stick at about half, so when you go to switch into stability mode, make sure that you have your throttle at halfway point. Otherwise, if you have it at 0, your throttle all the way down, it does have an ESC brake set up for stability mode, so when you switch into that, if your throttle's at 0, the aircraft's going to kill the motors completely, and you're going to drop nose in to the ground. So one thing to note about that, the way they have that set up, and the reason they have it set up like that is so that when you're way up and you're soaring in stability mode, you can kill the throttle, and this thing will literally ride thermals up there. It's really cool. You can go way up. I mean, the receiver on this thing is amazing. You can ride thermals, you can kill the throttle, and the motors will come to a stop, which is great because this thing turns into a glider really quick. And you can sit up there and just cruise in FPV. It's a lot of fun. And the receiver, the range on this thing is amazing. Look how far away it was. It said like 500 meter control distance for this wing, and I was absolutely close to the end of the range on this. I flew way out in the field, line of sight. Some guys couldn't even barely see where I was with it. I was so far out. I was pretty impressed with the range on this VTOL. And there goes some birds past me there. I'm in multi-rotor mode. And my FPV video up there, guys, is from my Hawkeye Firefly, a very nice 14 gram, like $25 1080p camera. I love this thing. And I gotta say props to Jeff, because Jeff helped me find that. The bottom flew off this. The little canopy that snaps over top of the battery in the bottom, that thing popped off when I transitioned from one mode to another. And I was coming down in a dive when I did it. So if you mount your camera on the bottom, be sure to put a piece of tape across the bottom of it, because that little hatch will fly off. The magnets are not super strong, so just a little suggestion. But look how much control we have with this little multi-rotor mode. This is so cool. I feel like I'm sort of a 3D plane pilot when I'm doing this, because I can do those aileron spins, and I've always wanted to be able to do those sort of torque rolls, and that's really cool. And it does fly like a larger airplane in fixed wing mode. It's very stable in stability mode. You can FPV this way out there. And then in the acro mode, if you're going to fly it in sort of a manual acro mode, it does smooth out a lot of the bumps for you. In acro mode, it gives you a little bit of stabilization, but it lets you do full rolls. And the roll rate's actually pretty high on this wing. I was really spinning on a knife. And right there, I had the throttle at 0. Did you see how it just kind of fell and pitched at the ground until I caught up with the throttle? And that was me going out of multi-rotor mode into that stability mode. So I'm going back up again, multi-rotor mode. And it does a lot of climbing. It actually holds its altitude. So when you're in that mode, the throttle, you see right there, I did it again. I put it to 0, and I did it on purpose that time so you guys could see sort of how far down it drops. Go back up. I had a lot of fun flying it in this mode. This was super cool. If you've never flown one of these before, you gotta try this. This is so much fun. And for around $100, a friend of mine that was there that day, Jeff, helped me find my Hawkeye cam. He says that it's pretty much as good as the Horizon Hobby one that they came out with. So I gotta say, this is a good bet. You can definitely have a lot of fun with this one. But thanks again for hanging out with me, guys. I'm Justin Davis. This has been the M600 VTOL. Super cool little plane. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.